The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
All right, thanks for joining everybody tonight. With me, guest host DDJ from Shoot and Shit Podcast. How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself? Thank you so much for having me on tonight.
No problem. We had to give Seven the day off because today is his birthday, so he's out partying it up somewheres.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Seven.
Yes. So you're joining us from Shoot and Shit Podcast. Before we get into tonight's agenda, why don't you talk about your show a little bit? What you got going on?
All right. So we usually put out new episodes every Friday morning. We usually record actually around this time on Thursday nights. But we are not recording tonight for a very special reason, because this Saturday night at 6 p.m. we will be broadcasting live from Copeland's Bar and Grill in Manteno, Illinois, as we are going to be talking all things Royal Rumble. We'll be live reacting to the show. There's going to be great food there, great drink specials. The service there is outstanding. Josh, who owns the bar, is phenomenal. We were there for Survivor Series, and it was so much fun. We decided to do it again. I know I'm going to be there. So the Silver Wolf, Sean Thomas, is going to be there. We're working on getting the hot one, Giovanni Too Hottie, to come on down. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. And Joey K will be broadcasting from his palatial estates outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Even my wife is actually making the trip down with me. We'll be making her on-screen debut with Shoot and Shit. So we talk wrestling. We give our takes on what's going on. We're not a recap show. We like to talk about what happened and what and what we think should happen as a result of what's been going on and stuff. So check us out. We're also part of the Johners Podcasting Network. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're everywhere. So
we got Orlando joining us. I didn't know you were available, Orlando.
Hey.
Hello there. Sorry about that.
Hello.
I sent you a message, sir, but I don't think you saw it. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. More the merrier.
Yes.
So I was going to say that bar sounded familiar. I was going to ask if it's one you guys did for Survivor Series, but you beat me to it. So
yeah, it is. Again, the food was outstanding. The servers were great. And if any of my guys are watching this, yes, I am bringing cash this time, so I can make sure I tip the server this time.
Always a plus.
Yes. So
well, that'll be exciting. We'll have to tune in while you're there. And
yes, please, and tell everybody out there who watches your show on a weekly basis. Please tune in. We'll be live on our Facebook group, which you just type in Shoot and Shit in your Facebook search bar. We can find it there. You can reach out to me. I can give you the link. And then also we'll probably be broadcasting live on our YouTube page as well.
Fantastic. Let's get into a little Royal Rumble. Let's talk about some predictions here. Let's get I'm kind of surprised there's only 4 matches announced, but the 2 Rumbles are going to go at least an hour each.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
First match, the U.S. title match. You got Logan Paul defending against Kevin Owens.
So,
do you think Kevin Owens or Logan Paul is still going to be in the Rumble? Because he's had a habit of making some very viral spots in the Rumble.
Well, I was thinking was just that because they're saying that maybe they want Logan Paul to face LA Knight for the title.
mm-hmm.
But it seems like it's going to probably be LA Knight versus AJ Styles. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Who knows? Things could change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but one of the things that we talk about on Shoot and Shit is we're all in agreement. We're not fans of Logan Paul. Like, we're not at all. But we respect what he's been doing in the ring since he debuted at WrestleMania a couple years ago in that tag match where he tagged up with The Miz against Rey and Dominic Mysterio and stuff. And, I mean, he's proven to us that he can go. Like, we respect his wrestling ability. We just don't like him. I don't see him. I mean, I don't – I guess if they're looking maybe for surprise or maybe a last minute replacement, especially with concerning the news that broke a little bit earlier, which I'm not going to take. I'm going to, I don't want to steal any of your heat or anything and stuff. And I'll let you discuss that. I mean, maybe, but if I had to go to a window and put down money as to whether or not we'll see Logan Paul doing double duty, I'm thinking he probably won't. As for what Orlando said about him going to face LA Knight, which I believe they've been talking about that as a possible match for WrestleMania. I would not mind that. And stuff. I mean, AJ Styles versus LA Knight's a match I would love to see any day of the week too. Yeah, I see him double match though. To me, it's a no-brainer. I love the guy, but I think Logan Paul, he's gonna be. I think he's not the champion going into Mania.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of in agreement here at Belgabom as well. Respect his ability. He's a very athletic, gifted person, but can't stand him for who he is.
Yep.
He's done.
Yeah. Right.
But, quick predictions. Who do you think wins it? Do you guys think Logan retains, or do you think Kevin Owens takes the title?
I think Logan retains.
Yeah, I think Logan retains. I mean, I think I picked Kevin Owens, but in the prediction. But I'm thinking Logan Paul is probably going to retain.
Agree. Mm-hmm. The other non-Rumble match, at least, that's been announced. Fatal 4-Way, Roman Reigns defending against AJ Styles, LA Knight, and Randy Orton.
Ooh.
Now, okay, it's going to be depending on what direction they want to go with this, because honestly, because a lot of people are saying maybe Randy's going to win it so that way it'll be Randy versus Cody. But I mean, Randy just came back, so he's trying to get his vengeance on Roman. So I don't know, honestly. I'm thinking AJ has to take the pin somehow, because I think Roman's going to be retaining, because he's not losing it yet. No, I don't think so.
I'm kind of in agreement with Orlando about his assessment on this match. Yeah, like I said, Randy Orton just came back. He's looked great. I would love to see him win the title, because I think if anyone deserves to break the record in terms of most world title reigns, I think Orton would be the guy that I would most be in favor of that, taking that record from Flair. But yeah, I think the whole reason why this 4-way was put together is so Orton didn't have to take the fall, because I felt like if they would have just went straight up with Roman versus Randy, which I believe was the initial plan, I just really think they would have backed themselves up into a no-win situation, because I mean, you got Roman with this historic reign that's still going on, and is it going to go past Rumble? Is it going to go past Mania? Is he going to pass Hogan? That's all being talked about. But if you would have just had him against Orton, who's just coming back and looking like $1 million and looking to get his, get revenge, I mean, I don't know a good way you could have had that match end without, Orton looking bad or, ending the reign and stuff. So I do believe Roman retained, and like Orlando said, I do believe AJ's there to take the pinfall, and that's a tragedy, because AJ is so much more talented than I think what they're using him for right now.
Right.
I'm mostly in agreement, except I think LA Knight is going to be the one that takes the pin here.
That could be as well, too.
That could be as well. I mean, oh, by the way, I am going to the Rumble this Saturday.
Oh, yeah, nice! So, that's awesome.
Yeah, me and my friend
decided
some
good pictures in the video.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't wait to see. Where you sitting?
I'm sitting all the way up in the back, all the way up top.
You know what? You're there. That's one thing that is on my wrestling bucket list, is to go to a Royal Rumble event if it's ever in my area.
Yeah, me and my friend were talking about it, because they're going to SmackDown in Miami, which is an hour away from me. But me and my friend were just like, we've never been to a Royal Rumble. I mean, we went to a WrestleMania, which we went to 2 of them, so we're just like, we never been to a Rumble, so let's go to a Rumble. And
that's awesome. That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm excited. So
you should be.
Right now, I'm kind of tossing up. I've been thinking about getting WrestleMania tickets. Prices are a little bit more than I want for the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Or I'm thinking about trying to get tickets to Money in the Bank, which is in Toronto.
Oh, wow.
It's a couple hours away, but it'd be a little cheaper.
I think it would be better, the Toronto one. I mean,
cheaper.
Probably cheaper, yeah.
Yeah, because you only got to buy 1 ticket versus 2 nights.
Exactly. Yep. I mean, have you been to Canada?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
Yep. I've been to Niagara Falls, the Canadian side of Niagara Falls, and I was in Toronto once, maybe 20 years ago.
Okay.
nice.
So let's get to the next one. The men's rumble. There's not too many announcements, even this late in the game here. Drew, Bobby, Punk, Cody, Shinsuke, Gunther, and Damian.
hmm
Seth Rollins' injury kind of throws a monkey wrench in it. We thought we knew as we wanted 2 people. Now it's okay. It could be a whole slew of people.
Yeah. Ugh.
Well, we'll see. That's the one thing that I love when it's not like a foregone conclusion that
Mhm.
like one particular person's going to win. I mean, granted, for the longest time leading up to basically up until the Rollins injury, and even honestly before it, I think it was a foregone conclusion that it was either going to be Cody or it was going to be Punk. And I think a lot of people still think that. But I mean, you're throwing, Drew's kind of inserting himself into the mix. I mean, there's one of these surprise entrants that could maybe make waves or something like that, and stuff. I mean, with just so much that could happen. And I mean, that's why I love the Royal Rumble. It's just I love it when I don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you got, rumors of Gunther possibly winning now to take on Seth.
Well,
Yeah.
he said that he's winning on Sunday, so I mean, like his days are off. So
Listen,
He
he's
did
from
say
Britain.
that.
Oh, in his mind, it's still. Seth
yeah, I
Rollins
know
and
he's
Punk.
thinking of his country. I understand. I understand.
And what you had said about those reports, I don't know if you saw this, but I guess earlier today that the guy that published the initial report, I think is Justin Barrasso from Sports Illustrated, actually had to come out and retract it. So that report that he put out there on behalf of Sports Illustrated is confirmed not to be the case. So I mean, that kind of stuff is, I mean, and again, that could, all of this stuff could be just a way to work the fans, work the dirt sheet writers, everything. I mean, we could see all that play out, but you know what? I'm just ready to kick back and enjoy, enjoy the show with, some friends, some fellow fans, some good food and some good alcohol, man.
I just want some good surprises,
Yes.
So,
yes.
I'm hearing X-Pac. I'm hoping to see X-Pac. I've never really seen him wrestle live, so.
I would love to see that.
I mean, he's denying it, but I have a feeling like he's just covering up because I think he will be in the Rumble.
I think one surprise you could see is Ken Shamrock because he just signed a new Legends deal.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
He did?
He did, because they actually have he's got merch on WWE Shop again now.
Okay.
So, we actually on Shooting Shit, we did our Royal Rumble preview on last week's show, and one of the questions that was asked by the Hot One, you can see clips of it if you follow us on TikTok. But we had who we thought would be surprise, entrance, or surprise entrance into the Rumble. And we had some really good names, and the one that I picked, and again with the news that broke earlier today, it's probably not going to happen. I thought we'd see the return of Brock Lesnar to see, what's going to be his plans going into WrestleMania. But again, with what broke earlier, I doubt that's going to happen now.
Yeah, and that lawsuit is juicy. Whew, so.
Yeah, it's. If what's being shown out there on the internet is true, man, there are some it's some really sick people.
Yeah, exactly. So
TKO's backed into a corner for sure.
Yep.
You know what I would love? If the Honky Tonk Man comes back while Gunther's in the ring, and then Gunther chops the crap out of him.
I don't know if his body could take a chop from Gunther.
Oh please! If they give him like $1 million, I think he'll do it.
Oh, I'm not saying that he wouldn't do it for $1 million. I'd take a chop for Gunther for $1 million, but
of course,
I just don't know if he can handle it. Because I mean, you got to remember he's in his like mid 60s, or like 60s or 70s or something. And I mean, I don't think a 60-year-old body was is meant to take a chop from Gunther.
Right.
Have you guys seen the clip of Hogan teasing a return in the Rumble?
No, I don't want that. I mean, look, to me, I feel like he was just going to return because they're going to celebrate his 40th anniversary, and he lives in Tampa, so I think he would just make an appearance.
Yep.
But no.
Yeah, I Hulk Hogan's the reason. Hulk Hogan's the guy that drew me into the world of professional wrestling. He was
A lot
the
of
first
people,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, he was the first guy that I was like said that's my favorite wrestler. But I've been a Hulkamaniac to some extent for my entire fandom. But yeah, he along with Ric Flair, a guy who's my goat. Just if you want to come in and make an appearance and say hi to the crowd or come out, absolutely. But yeah, no, don't get in the ring, please,
No.
because he can't really
All
do
right.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Before we move to the women's, quick prediction: who's going to win? I say Gunther.
I think it's gonna be Cody because like how WWE are. Because I'm gonna have another prediction in the other Rumble in regards about it, but because they put up somebody that's been a winner back to back, and Cody's the only one that won last year. So I
Mhm.
mean, why would they tease that? So I mean, it's kind of foreshadowing, but I mean, you never know. Maybe they won't do that, and then they may have like somebody else win. So
I never even thought about that connection. I mean, I heard them like watching Raw on Monday, about the back-to-back winners and stuff. But what you said there about like why would they tease it, since Cody won last year, I never even think about it. And I think that's an awesome point. For me, and again, this is going back to my show, I had predicted, I actually went a little bit of an unconventional method, and I actually just watched the Rumble match that inspired my pick. If you go back to the 1994 Royal Rumble, it was the first time that first and only time co-winners were officially declared for the Rumble with Bret Hart and Lex Luger, because at the time those were like your two top guys, and those were like the two guys like that everybody wanted, that the fans wanted to see take the belt off Yokozuna. And I kind of think we're at that point again where there are fans that want to see Cody finished the story against Roman, but at the same time, those fans want to see Punk versus Seth at Mania. So I feel like we're going to get a redo of that Rumble, and I think we're getting co-winners with both Cody and CM Punk.
I don't know how the fans are gonna feel about that.
That is true. It is kind of a thing. I don't know why. I feel like they're due for something like that's just going to be like that's going to get everybody talking.
Yeah. I mean, but it is like this is. I think this has been a while since we've never had an unpredictable Rumble. Like how long has it been since we had an unpredictable Rumble?
I mean, I'm trying to think.
Maybe 2020.
No, I don't know about 2020.
Not to toot my own horn. Yeah, not to toot my own horn, but I think I picked Drew to win the Rumble. I think honestly the last year, I remember being so like kind of like wasn't sure who was going to win the Rumble. I want to say it was the year Orton won. I think it was 2017.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting him to win either. Yeah. So
that was probably the last time I would say that I really wasn't quite sure who was going to win the Rumble. Or I guess you could say a couple years ago when Brock won it as the WWE, or no, after he lost the WWF title earlier that night.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah.
All right, the women's Rumble. Lots of who knows what could happen.
So
do we see AJ Lee, or what other surprise entrants do you think we could see?
I don't think AJ Lee is gonna like how her mindset is. She's just like no. She's just like I'm retired. I already did what I needed to do. I don't need to come back. I mean, look, you never know. Maybe like her husband convinced her. I would love for her to be in the Rumble. I think that fans would love to see her wrestle a lot of these girls that I think some of them were influenced by her. They have Roxanne. Unfortunately, Cora Jade is injured. I think Cora Jade would have loved to be in the ring with her as well. But
I think she would have been in the. I think she would have been in the Rumble too had she not gotten hurt.
Yeah, I would love to see like AJ versus Becky, like the wives going at it.
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like Orlando, you're like reading my mind somehow, because you actually kind of alluded to like but for a different, because you said when you said mentioned AJ Lee's name, and you were like, I don't know, with her pet history and being retired and stuff. But then when you said maybe Punk has convinced her, and that's kind of when I went into my train of thought. Like, I actually think we're going to see AJ Lee make a surprise appearance at the Rumble. I think the crowd would go crazy. I think that'd probably be about one of the biggest like pops that you would be able to get that night for the Women's Rumble is if she showed up. And it was for that reason. Like, I feel like maybe Punk, the fact that Punk in the WWE are on good terms, maybe that's kind of also helped somewhat, helped, get, bridge the gap, or rebuild that bridge for AJ Lee to come back. Cause I mean, she sees her husband seems to be happy to be back. Obviously, the regime that's in charge now and stuff. I mean, we could see that. I've heard some other names floated around, but yeah, like I said, for me, my surprise pick was AJ Lee. I think she makes an appearance.
Yeah. I would love to see Jade make her debut. I think this would be a great spot for her to debut.
I think she does. I think she will be in this Rumble.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that if she's debuting, she should win. I don't know about that. Like, like if she does a good showcasing, then by all means, like, and then like if she gets eliminated by like, let's just say like the NXT Women's Champ, if Lyra Valkyria is in this match as well, then you're setting her up for an NXT run, so I wouldn't mind that.
I actually like that. I actually like that a lot. Like if Jade shows up, she's gonna have a kid. She's gonna be that one dominant person in the Rumble match that we always seem to get every year in both Rumbles now. And it's going to be, like you said, she has a showing, and then if Lyra Valkyria is in the Rumble and eliminates her, there's your women's title match for NXT Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend right there. Yeah. I think that's a great way to bring Jade in.
Yeah, I think they have Jade, one of the earlier numbers, have her last while, see what she can do in the ring with some of the women.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people are thinking it's just gonna either be Becky or Bayley. I would love it if Bayley wins. I have a feeling it's probably gonna be Becky, and she eliminates the last person will be Nia, and then that way they could start setting up like for her to take her wins back from Nia. So we'll see. I mean, look. Don't get me wrong. I would love it for Bayley to get that opportunity because she deserves it. She's been all about the women in WWE, for the past several years, and I think she deserves at least a singles match in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think whether she wins or whether she's cost by somebody from Damage Control, but I think somehow this Rumble sets up Bayley versus Io for WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I actually I hate to have Bayley winning because if you think back to this whole narrative that with Damage Control, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get all the gold. I mean, you have tomorrow night the Kabuki Warriors challenging Caden Carter and Katana Chance, who have actually been really lighting it up on Monday Night Raw. It's great to see because they those two girls can go, but they're kind of they're putting this whole thing. We go back to the teases, with the Cody winning, being the next person to win back-to-back Rumbles. I mean, they've been talking about Damage Control holding all the gold. I mean, you've got Io with the women's title. You've got Dakota Kai, who's kind of playing the manager. She's still healing up from her, her knee injury. The Kabuki if the Kabuki Warriors win the tag team titles, which I kind of think they will tomorrow night, I could really see Bayley winning that match, and then Damage Control pushing for her to challenge Rhea for the women's world title and stuff. And it's kind of like the whole thing that they tried to do with Batista and Triple H back when Batista won at WrestleMania 21 and stuff, where they were like, only for Batista to turn around and basically, challenge Triple H and go on to win. And I kind of think we're going to see that with Bayley because, she may not go back to the hug life, but I think the Royal is ready to start cheering Bayley again. And I mean, like Orlando had said, she's put in a lot of time, a lot of, her heart and soul in this women's division. And she had, she really hasn't had her moment in the sun. And I think finally that's what we get at Mania is her moment in the sun. And I would not be surprised if at the end of whatever, if she, with her match at Mania, she's announced as the new women's champion after beating Io Sky.
And one more bold prediction: Sasha Banks will not return to WWE.
I am with you on that too.
Same.
Sorry. I mean, look, I would love for Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks to come back, but I think she's gonna go to AEW. I'm thinking like how they're setting up the women right now is just
Mhm.
hopefully they have more matches in AEW for the women, but how things are being set up over there, I think like Mercedes Moné is going there.
Do you think Trinity or Naomi makes her return?
Yes, I think she does.
None of the Rumble. I think afterwards.
I think she makes a return at the Rumble. I think that would be a good spot because I mean, stadium. She's got that glow entrance, the music and stuff. I feel like she's a surprise entrant.
I would love it if she turns heel and joins the family, joins the bloodline.
That could be. I wouldn't.
You know, I mean, like, it's just to me, it's just like I think because I think Bianca was supposed to face Charlotte. I mean, now that Charlotte is injured, I mean, give her Naomi, you know, and then like have Naomi be the heel, you know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What if earlier in the night or something happens on SmackDown, everybody, the Usos and Solo, all barred from ringside. Naomi comes back and is the one that costs or helps Roman win.
ooh, and then you could set up Naomi versus Nia Yim because if she's costing AJ Styles, there you go.
That'd be a good first feud for your first feud back for her. And I mean, if you think about what happened with Naomi, departure, they could kind of tie that in, as well too.
Exactly.
All right, well, let's break it off from the wrestling a little bit here. Let's talk a little bit of TV. What are you guys watching on TV right now? That's good. What are you recommending?
I haven't been watching TV a lot. I'm waiting for the House of the Dragon to return.
You actually you and I swear to God, it's like we're sharing a brain tonight, Orlando, because there's really not much that's on TV currently that I watch. The only show that I'm waiting for to come back is Young Sheldon. I know that's going to be. I'm a huge Big Bang Theory Young Sheldon fan. I know this is going to be their last season.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But in terms of what I'm watching now, obviously outside of stuff on streaming, I watched Hard Knocks in season with Miami, which just concluded. I'm trying to go through Winning Time, the show about the Lakers of the '80s on Max as well too.
They canceled that.
Yeah, I'm about a third of the way through season 2. I'm so behind and stuff, but I love that show. But I've been binging a lot lately on my lunch breaks at work. I actually been watching Mike and Molly, which is a phenomenal show. It's hilarious. And then also too, you mentioned House of Dragons. I'm actually currently in the process of binging Game of Thrones. I just finished the 6th season about a week or so ago. The finale of season 6 is probably my favorite episode of the series so far. For those that have not seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but holy crap. And then as soon as that's done, I've got House of Dragon season 1 ready to go as well too. But yeah, that's about it for me. It's basically Game of Thrones, Mike and Molly, and then just anxiously waiting for Sheldon.
Yeah.
So for me, I've been streaming on the future home of WWE, Netflix.
Yeah.
2 shows I kind of got into, very similar. The documentary show, The Toys That Made Us. So
yes, I love that show.
Oh, is it
I just
good?
finished.
It's really good.
Okay, I have to check that one out.
Yes.
And then I just discovered today they got one, The Movies That Made Us.
That's another really good one. And Orlando, you got to check out The Toys That Made Us because one of the episodes they do talk about WWF figures. So you definitely
I just finished that one. I watched that one today.
Okay.
There's actually, you mentioned Netflix, one show that my wife recently discovered, and it's really, it's a real big thing for us, and I'll explain why in just a second. It's a show that went about 4 seasons. It's called Atypical. And
Oh
one
yeah,
of-
I've heard about that one.
yeah. And the reason why it's so near and dear, especially to my wife, but I mean, I've seen little bits and pieces of it. She's watching it, and I like it. But the reason why it's kind of really near and dear to us is because the main character is autistic, or is on the spectrum and stuff. And I have it, I have an 8-year-old son, almost 9. His name is Matthew. He's the coolest kid ever. He's actually autistic. He's a very, high function. He's on the spectrum, but he's very high functioning, super smart. Actually just got accepted into a gifted program that he's gonna be going to a new school in the fall and stuff. So, but it's just a really good show from what I've seen. My wife loves it and stuff. But if anybody out there that's got, someone in their a family member who's on the spectrum and hasn't seen the show, go check it out, because it's really good, and it kind of helps people maybe that understand what's going on a little bit more if you have someone in the family. And even for those of you that don't have anybody that's autistic in your family, just kind of understand what it's like for someone to be autistic and what they have to deal with on a daily basis and stuff as they try to navigate this world, because it's excuse me, it's not easy. Like, and I'm seeing that firsthand with my son, and stuff. So
Right. I'm excited for it's coming on Netflix. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Have you seen like the trailer for it? It looks like they actually spent some money on this. Like the visual effects looks really good.
is it a lot? It's not. It's because I know they had the cartoon.
Yeah, it's
Is
the
this
live
more?
action.
So it's
Live
a new
action.
live action. Okay.
Yeah, no, this one is not like from M. Night Shyamalan. No, that was crap.
So the other show I just started watching yesterday too. I only caught the first episode. It was on Peacock. They did a TV show version of Ted.
Yeah, I have to start that too. One of my best friends, he absolutely said he loved it. So it's I have to spend some time with that because it looks hilarious.
Yeah.
Mhm.
After the kid goes to bed, I can tell you based on the language. After the kid goes to bed.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Same thing with Game of Thrones. That's either when he's not here or when he's in bed. And like I said, if I'm watching it, and there's been times where I've watched it and I've heard him come in because I'm down in my basement, so I can hear footsteps. And when I hear his footsteps coming down the stairs, I have to shut it off right away. So
It's funny.
All right. So the last opinion wrestling discussion. Darby Allin and Sting getting a tag title shot 2 weeks. Should they win the titles?
You know what? I'm just gonna go out and say it. I think Sting has earned that honor. I think he's done things the right way in the business, and I think he deserves to go into his last match as a champion. And if they, I don't think they've officially confirmed it, but it sounds like his last match is going to be a tag match with Darby against the Young Bucks. And if the Young Bucks are really trying to get this new gimmick over, where they're going by their, I think their names on their birth certificate, Matthew and Nicholas, which I'm actually really starting to like, and they're playing up this EVP thing big time.
Mhm.
As if they're not getting enough, if they're getting heat as it is. I think if they were to win the tag titles and, basically retire Sting, that's like nuclear heat right there, which I think is something that the Bucks could use. So yeah, I think they win the tag titles basically just to set up for the Bucks to take them at Revolution, and just really piss people off.
To put the cherry on top to get that little bit of extra heat, cheat to win.
Actually,
Yeah.
I actually have a better one. I think maybe you guys were like this.
I'm
Since they set it up for 2 weeks, and you know how things says cards subject to change. What if, since the Bucks are EVPs now and they're the evil bosses, whatever, what if they try to eliminate or remove Sting and Darby from the match? They take it over, then win it, so that way it will be setting up the Bucks versus Sting and Darby at the pay-per-view.
I like that, but the only concern I would have is then, does that mean that Ricky Starks and Big Bill turn babyface? Which
I mean, Listen, the
I-
fans have been cheering for Ricky. I think I wouldn't mind that. Like he deserves
Yeah,
it. I
that's
don't know.
true.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't like the fact that they turned him heel. I don't know why. I don't know if it was like a Punk decision or probably like a Tony Khan decision. But I like he was getting over with the fans. So I
Oh,
mean, like,
absolutely. I was kind of shocked when they went that route as well
yeah,
too, and
you know,
I'm pretty sure because I know Punk was a fan. I'm sure that was a Punk decision. I don't think that was a Tony Khan decision. And I mean, but they
mhm.
kind of had to run with it because just as he's getting established as a heel on Collision, then the stuff goes down where Punk got fired, and I'll never forget being on my way to the United Center for Collision after being at Starcast earlier that afternoon when the news broke about Punk being fired and stuff. And I mean, you can't fire Punk and then have Ricky go back to being a babyface because then that screws him over. So they kind of had to
Yeah.
go with it. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I mean, but for me, it was just like I wanted it to be Ricky and Big Bill because I think they deserve it more because that established them more as like a team, as a tag team champs, like to face Sting and Darby at the pay per view. But I understand if Sting chose his final opponents, which would be the Bucks. I get it. But I don't know. Like to me, I think Ricky deserves that rub more, honestly, because it will help him for his character. But we'll see how they do in the next 2 weeks. So
We got
Mhm.
plenty of time.
yeah.
All right. Time for the final segment of the night. Play a little game. We're going to
Uh-oh.
call it the wrestling guessing game.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
So there is a website, ranker.com. Fans go on. They can choose the rankings of certain things. It's all voted by the fans. So we're going to play a guessing game based off this website, ranker.com. They have a list of the best high flying wrestlers of all time. They have a top 50. I'm going to see if you guys can guess the top 10. You can work as a team, take turns. Guess the top 10 best high flying wrestlers based off ranker.com's lists as voted by the fans. I will give you a little bit of help here in the start. The list does go all the way back to the late 90s to modern times as of last year. You're going to want to mainly stick with one promotion.
Say that last part again about one promotion.
You're going to want to mostly stick with one promotion.
Okay. So you said
so-
late 90s. So what are we talking? Like 95, 96, or 98, 99? Like, is it
Probably 97 through 20 through modern times.
okay?
Okay, so I think of one. I don't know if you agree. Maybe Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy was number 1.
Whoa, really?
Wow,
He's number 1, really? Oh, okay.
Jeff Hardy was ranked number 1.
Okay.
I honestly thought that the person I was going to guess would have been number 1, and that's Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio was number 2.
All right, so we got the top
Really?
2. All right.
Really?
And we're
Okay.
talking, so 97.
You know what? No, but honestly, I can understand why Jeff Hardy because like the move set that he does is very high risk and stuff. It's very
Okay, yeah.
innovative.
Yep.
So yeah, and also Rey Mysterio because of the fact of the luchador style, and he's very small and he was able to adapt wrestling bigger guys. So
So we got.
They kind of brought the high flying to the forefront.
Yeah.
let me
Go ahead.
maybe okay. So how about Shawn Michaels?
Shawn Michaels is number 9.
Okay. I mean, like he was kind of like the first innovator of like
Mhm.
high flying stuff, like in a way,
Yeah,
So
but it seemed like more or less, especially.
well,
by the-
remember back in the 80s and 90s, a
Oh,
lot of the guys,
absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely in the 80s and early 90s he was, but I just feel like by the time like that this list started with the mid 90s, he had really gone into more of like the style that we know now, and stuff.
right?
So you said Jeff Hardy, I said Rey Mysterio, and you just said Shawn Michaels, who was number 9.
hmm
And I'm like really big into this, so I feel like there's going to be some Japanese wrestlers in there too. What about Jushin Thunder Liger?
He is the only Japanese wrestler, and he came in at number 10.
Okay.
Really? Okay. Okay.
As far as the top 10, he's the only Japanese wrestler in the top 10.
I was gonna say there's got to be more in the top 50 than just
Yeah.
him.
So who else was a high flyer at that time? Trying to think.
I'm trying to think of like cruiserweight champions and stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to think that too, but like Bray is the only one that was like really much the more high flyer.
So let's see here. What about Eddie Guerrero?
Eddie Guerrero was number 7.
Okay,
that makes sense. Oh, I know one. RVD.
RVD was number 4.
nice.
I was like, there's had to be somebody else, but yeah, they had a great rivalry. I have to say, Eddie Guerrero versus RVD.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What about who
else?
I'm gonna throw. I got like 2 guys I want to say, but I feel like neither one of them are in the top 10. I feel like they should be in the top 50, but I'm gonna come out and say with one of them because I think this guy's criminally underrated when it comes to high flying. I'm gonna go with Billy Kidman.
Okay.
He was not in the top 25 that I wrote down.
Okay. Oh,
That's a crime.
Well, but mind you, remember, it's just like he didn't really get over in WWE. That's unfortunate. I mean, like I saw.
True, he was over in WCW's hell.
Yeah, of course,
he was over as hell.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate, So
yeah.
I think. How about Chris Jericho?
Chris Jericho came in at number 19.
Oh.
Okay, I got one. He's homicidal, suicidal, genocidal. What about Sabu?
Sabu was on the list at number 16.
Okay.
Wow.
I thought he would have been a little bit higher.
So right now you guys have number 1, number 2, 4, 7, 9, and 10. So you need
3,
5, 6, and 8.
Who else is like? Wait, I'm trying to think. Who else?
You want a little bit of a hint?
Yeah.
Number 3 is Wrestling on Sunday or Saturday.
So we know it's not Gunther then.
Wait, AJ Styles?
AJ Styles was number 3.
Oh, that's right.
Nice.
No, because you did say in modern times. Okay, and you said okay. Yeah, I could. Yeah, okay. Now
okay. Okay.
The last 3 you have left.
5, 6, and 8, I believe.
Yeah, 5, 6.
They all had a match in 2023, and one's a woman.
Lita.
Yes.
Nice.
Lita is number 5.
Okay.
Good choice, everybody. Yes.
That is a really good one.
Yeah. Listen,
she was the
Lita,
only woman in the top 25.
Listen, Lita was the one that really changed the thing when it comes to women's wrestling. I'm sorry to say, I love Trish Stratus, but she was the one that really made everybody like pick up their game and wrestle and stuff. Because she did a lot of like high flying moves. Like they never seen a woman do a lot of that stuff, like in WWE, WF. So.
All right, so this is just one I'm throwing out there, and I would be shocked if he was on this list. And he did technically have. You know what? I'm just going to come out and say it. What about Shane McMahon?
No, Shane McMahon's not in the top 25.
No,
I mean,
he was a daredevil, but he was not really doing high flying stuff. It was more dive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Who else is there? Hold on, I'm trying to. Who else was in? Oh, Ricochet.
Ricochet is not on the list.
What?
Wow.
At least in the top 25.
Wow. Well, you know what? I can understand. Like, he's not that popular, but I mean, he's a great like high flyer.
Oh my god, yeah, he's.
Focus away from WWE now.
Okay, so now, okay. Ooh. Who was it? Christopher Daniels.
Nope.
What about El Hijo del Vikingo?
He is not on the list either.
I think that's because he's only really blown up the last couple of years. But if they do this list like 5-10 years from now, he better damn well be on that list.
Number 6 is currently technically injured, and number 8 is more Ring of Honor.
Wait, what about number 5?
Number 5 was Lita.
Oh, that's right. You did get this. Okay. Yeah, so number 6 was injured, and number 8 is in Ring of Honor.
Who was Matt Sydal.
He was number 11.
Wow. Okay.
Um.
That RKO probably helped him.
All right.
have to
So
say.
number 6 is injured. Number 8 is Ring of Honor.
Number 6 is injured. Oh.
Number 8 has wrestled within the past 3 or 4 years. Has wrestled for WWE, AEW, I believe TNA, and Ring of Honor.
WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, AEW.
I don't know.
And I'm probably gonna kick myself when I hear these two if I can't figure.
Yeah,
them out.
exactly. Me too. I'm gonna
His tag partner was awesome.
Johnny Gargano.
No,
Nope.
wait. Oh, wait.
Oh, Johnny TV.
Johnny
Yep.
TV. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So he's
John
number 8.
Morrison, Johnny TV, whatever you want to call him, was number 8.
Okay, so now we just got to figure out the injury. As soon as you said awesome, and then as soon as you said it wasn't. Wait, why did I even say Johnny Gargano? Because they weren't really a tag team, him and The Miz. I don't even know why I said that now, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
They did have a trios match lately, though.
Yeah, they're like aligned right now and stuff, but I don't know why I thought Johnny Gargano for some reason. Okay, so now number 6 is injured.
I'm trying to think. Who's injured?
I think AEW.
AEW, that's injured. That's a high flyer.
AEW, former WWE.
Oh, that narrows it down.
I know, right?
Wait,
Andrade?
Nope. Country of origin would be the United Kingdom.
Oh, Will Ospreay.
You're going to be mad when you hear this. Will Ospreay was number 24.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Oh, excuse my language, but what the hell?
Oh, wait. Is it Pac?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right, Pac. Yeah, that is true.
Wait, when was he?
I'll give you the rest of
the
the list. He was in the
TNA?
top 25.
Wait, no. I don't think he was. No, the Johnny TV was in TNA. Remember, he was Johnny Impact.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
I got confused. Okay,
Yeah.
I got confused. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Really?
so here's the rest of the list.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Let me listen to the rest of the list. Sorry.
11 through 25, you had Matt Sydal.
Okay.
12 was Ultimo Dragon.
Okay.
13 was Kofi Kingston.
Okay.
14 was Jimmy Snuka.
What?
Oh, well, you know what? Look, out of respect for Jimmy Snuka, he was the one that did the dive and the splash.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
it was
but
very
that was like
but that was very innovative at that time. That's the
at
thing.
the
like,
time, absolutely.
you have to remember that's some people that just have to, like, there's probably a lot of older people that remember that, like somebody flying in the air.
But
to-
I agree with you everything you're saying 100%. But the only reason
Right.
why I reacted the way I did is because this list was supposedly from the mid 90s to now. And by the time the mid 90s rolled around, Snuka was
The list of
definitely
all
not-
time. The all time. It's supposed to be like an all time list, but just like the top 10 was mostly 90s.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Then I get it now. Okay, yeah, then yeah, okay. I get you now. That I get it. Okay.
So 15 was Finn Balor. 16
Really?
Sabu.
Oh, 16 is Sabu. Okay.
17 was Ricky Steamboat.
Okay.
Yeah.
18 was Kalisto.
Yeah.
Okay.
19 was Jericho. 20 was Sin Cara.
Oh yeah, Sin Cara. Yeah.
21 was Dynamite Kid.
Dynamite.
Okay.
Yeah.
22 was Rey Fenix.
Oh wow! I thought he would have been a little higher.
So did I. I would have guessed him for top 10.
Well, like, remember, there's some people that are probably a little lower than expected, just because a lot of people don't like know them. Like, it's just like
Fair enough.
a lot of us diehards really know him, like because we watch the other stuff, you know.
And that's more of the casual that may not. Okay, yeah, that's that. I get it.
But I mean, look, he made it in the top 20, 25. I mean, that's like still impressive.
I mean, the list is still wrangled. You can actually go in, vote for your favorites and get them voted up.
Okay.
Seth Rollins was 23.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay was 24.
That's shocking.
25 was Prince Puma.
Prince. What? That was Ricochet.
He's that not was wrong.
Ricochet.
Tell him when he's telling lies.
Yep.
Right. You know what? Probably these people they haven't seen like the newer WWE AEW stuff. That's fine.
But if they see, but I feel like if they went Prince Puma, they had to have seen Ricochet with the stuff with Will Ospreay and all that stuff, even before he came to the WWE.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, like that's shocking. Like I really thought he would have been ranked higher because
So I just pulled up the wrestler list. Billy Kidman was 27.
Okay.
What was 26? Who was 26?
X-Pac.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
20 and 29, you had Jey Uso, then Jimmy Uso.
Okay, that makes sense.
Shelton Benjamin at 30.
I was thinking of Shelton. Like he was a good high flyer, but he was more technical.
Yeah.
Psychosis at 31.
Really? Okay.
Naomi at 32.
Oh, she was a good high. Yeah, she is a good high flyer.
For some reason, Will Ospreay is also at number 33 and 24.
He's that good.
Yeah.
They have him twice.
Matt Hardy at 34.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon at 35.
Oh, look, Shane McMahon at 35.
He did make the list. Okay.
I mean,
Christian at 36.
Christian at 36? Okay.
Honestly, I never really ever thought of him as a high flyer.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Sami Zayn at 37.
Yeah. All right.
Ray Phoenix again at 38, so that's a little...
Yeah, they're repeating some people. That's the thing. So
Chavo Guerrero at 39.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Kota Ibushi at 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Justin Gabriel at 41.
Okay, PJ
was
Black.
Was Justin Gabriel high flyer? I don't.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I didn't see all his ECW stuff. Maybe I don't know.
London at 42.
Who was that?
London?
Paul London.
Talk about someone who's underrated.
Yeah. Him and
44 is going to be underrated when we get there. 43 is Hurricane Helms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before he didn't do the high flying stuff afterwards, but yeah.
La Parka is 44.
That makes sense.
Juventud Guerrera is 45.
Juventud Guerrera.
The juice.
Tajiri at 46.
Okay.
47 is Super Crazy.
Wow, he's that low?
I thought he would have been higher too. He was actually one of the people I was thinking about guessing earlier.
Yeah.
Leo Rush at 48.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tyson Kidd at 49.
Okay.
I'm sorry, who?
Tyson Kidd, TJ Wilson, Natty's husband.
Yeah, TJ.
And number 50 is Too Cold Scorpio.
Okay.
I feel like he should be a little higher, but yeah, he's another super, yeah.
Yeah, they have a few people missing there. Like, I'm surprised they didn't put the Young Bucks on there. Like,
you know what though? Anytime you see one of these lists, either if it's like done by the fans like this was, or when like WWE puts out one or something, like there's always people that someone's gonna find. There's never gonna be a list that everybody's gonna look and said they got it right.
Yeah. Yeah, like that WWE list that they did of the women, a lot of people didn't really like it too much. Like, I understood why they gave it to Trish, because of course she is like the poster child of what the women's supposed to be at that time. But I think Charlotte will go get that number one spot soon once she comes back.
So once she's back and she keeps on the path she's going, she will eventually be the GOAT when it comes to women's wrestling.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, that was fun. We'll have to do some more of these.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Dennis. Thanks for joining us today,
Yeah,
Orlando.
thanks for having me. And again, if I can just say one more time, first off, again, thank you so much for having me on the show. This was a lot of fun. That if you guys, if you're any of you who are watching the show or will catch it on repeat or whatever, if you're in the Manteno, Illinois area, it's about an hour and a half south of Chicago, and looking for a place to come watch the Royal Rumble, head out to Copeland's Bar and Grill the Saturday night starting at 6 p.m. I'm going to be there. My boy, the Silver Wolf, Sean Thomas, is going to be there. We're trying to get Jovan out to come drive down from Detroit to come join us, but we're going to be broadcasting our show, shooting shit live from Copeland's Bar and Grill, reacting to the Rumble and talking all things before the Rumble. We're going to be talking about the news that broke about Raw going to Netflix and what that could mean, and a few other things we're going to discuss before the show, during the show, or whatever. There's going to be lots of great food you can get there, drink specials. Service is phenomenal and stuff. So if you're in the area looking for a place to come out to Copeland's Bar and Grill, and also if you check us out usually every Friday morning on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast, shooting shit. So
All right. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye, everybody.